Ever catch yourself wishing your money could, you know, do more than just sit there? Like, what if it could actually work for your values, not just your wallet?
It's a question more and more people are asking. For so long, it felt like profit and ethics were on totally different
Right,
planets.
like you had to choose one or the other.
Exactly. But the tide is turning. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about good business. Turns out companies that actually walk the walk on ethics, on sustainability, they're not just attracting investors who care, they're often more resilient, more profitable long term.
It's like that saying, doing well by doing good. But our source, Best Ethical Investing Practices, really digs into how this isn't just luck. It's a strategy.
Absolutely. And you as an investor, you have real power here. It's not a trend you're following. You're part of this force for change. Companies, they watch where the money flows. When investors prioritize ethics, it sends a message.
So how do we actually do it? How do you go from believing in something to building a portfolio that reflects that?
That's where screening comes in. Think of it like a filter for your investments.
Okay, I like that. So I can screen OUT, the stuff I definitely don't want to support.
Exactly. That's negative screening. Say, no fossil fuels, no weapons manufacturers, nothing that clashes with your ethics.
And then I can screen in the good stuff.
You got it. That's positive screening. You actively look for companies making a positive impact. Maybe they're all about renewable energy, fair labor practices, things like that.
So I can use both, right? Like, let's say I'm really passionate about the environment.
Perfect example. You could use negative screening to avoid companies with terrible environmental records. Big polluters, you know the type.
And then flip it around. Use positive screening to invest in companies actually solving those problems. Renewable energy, sustainable practices, all that good stuff.
You're getting it.
Hmm.
Aligning your investments with your values. And ESG factors, environmental, social, governance, those are key. They go beyond just the bottom line, give you a bigger picture of the company.
ESG factors, it's like looking under the hood, right? Can you give me an example?
Absolutely. Imagine you're about to invest in, say, a clothing company. They talk about organic cotton, sounds great, right?
Yeah, eco-friendly.
But then you use those EIG factors to dig deeper, specifically the S, social, and you find out they get that cotton from farms using child labor.
Whoa, okay, now that's not so ethical anymore.
Exactly. ESG factors, they help you make informed decisions, ensure your investments truly match your values. They're crucial.
So I'm screening, I'm paying attention to ESG factors, but how do I know it's making a difference? Is it just a feeling, or can I actually measure the impact?
That's the million-dollar question, and it's one we'll dive into in the next part of our deep dive. Stay tuned as we explore the measurable impact of ethical investing.
So we've talked about aligning our investments, screening companies, figuring out who's really walking the walk. But how do we know it's actually doing anything? Is it just us feeling good, or is there real impact?
That's what's so exciting. It's more than just a feeling, it's about measurable change. Less pollution, better working conditions, more ethical companies, things you can track.
Wait, are you saying there are like report cards for investments now?
Kind of. Many ethical investment firms, they give you data on their portfolio's impact. We're talking numbers. Emissions avoided, how many people got access to clean water because of a project, jobs created ethically. And you don't just have to trust them. Independent groups track this stuff. Plus, more and more, you get personalized impact reports. So you can see how your money contributed to, say, the UN's sustainability goals.
Wow, so I can see exactly what my investment is achieving. That's amazing. But for a newbie, this still seems kind of overwhelming. Where do you even begin?
It's like any journey, right? One step at a time. Don't need to be a financial whiz overnight. Start with what matters to you. What change do you want to see?
Because ethical, that means different things to everyone. Climate change is huge for some. Others, it's social justice, animal welfare. It's personal.
And that's what's cool. Your portfolio becomes your values. Once you know your priorities, you explore. Remember those screens. Negative, positive, those are your tools. Build a portfolio matching your vision.
Okay, so I'm all about clean energy. I screen out fossil fuels. I screen NN renewables. But what if my interests are wider? Like, I care about a bunch of issues.
Blended. You can have a diversified portfolio. Maybe there's a fund for sustainable farming, one for clean water, another for ethical labor practices. You're building a team, all working towards the same goal.
A team of companies, all making the world better. I like it.
Exactly. And as you learn, you fine-tune it. You might find a new cause you're passionate about. Maybe you'll get into more what we call impact investing.
Impact investing, we touched on that. What is that exactly?
It's getting more, well, direct. Instead of just supporting companies that kind of fit your criteria, you're investing directly into projects designed to do good.
So it's like being a, what do they call it, a venture capitalist,
Yeah,
but with a conscience.
right. You could be investing in affordable housing or farms that help with food security or clean energy startup. It's very direct.
It's cutting out the middleman, funding those solutions directly. Sounds amazing, but also maybe tricky, right? Like, how do you find the right opportunities?
It's definitely different than just picking stocks, yeah. But there's help. Impact investing platforms, advisors who specialize in this, even online communities. They can guide you, connect you with vetted projects.
It's really cool how many options there are now for putting your money where your morals are. Screening, impact investing, all these different ways to do it.
It's a whole world, and it's growing fast. More people are realizing they can make a difference and make money. It's not niche anymore. It's changing how investing works.
That's so exciting. But I bet it's a little overwhelming for someone just dipping their toes in. What advice would you give them? Where do they even start?
Honestly, start with your heart. What fires you up? What kind of world do you want to see? Once you know that, the how becomes clearer.
It's like finding where your passion meets your portfolio.
Exactly. And listen, there's no rule book. As long as you're making choices that reflect what you believe, you're doing it right.
It's a journey, not a sprint. You can start small, learn, and gradually shift more of your money over time.
Every step towards ethical investing, it's a step towards a better world.
Yeah.
And those steps, they add up.
I love that. You really can make a difference with how you invest. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. Remember, invest in what you believe in. Build that portfolio that matches your values, and together we can build a brighter future.